Nerdy for 30. Man, it's me, your boy C, the host of most of the things right here on Paprika. Man, we're keeping this Nerdy for 30 train on a roll. And if you are unfamiliar with what Nerdy for 30 is, 30 Paprikans, 30 Marvel Cinematic Universes. What? 30 Marvel Cinematic Universe movies. And all 30 combined their paprikan might to create one master list of the rankings from worst to best of the MCU movies. And we're relaying them one a day for the first month of 2023, man. We're getting you January. We're bundling you up right in January, man. Keeping this train on rolling. Today's joint, number 28, Iron Man 2. It's not the armor that makes the hero, but the man inside. You know what? I'll give you we're bordering C plus B minus on that one. With the world now aware of his dual life as the armored superhero Iron Man, billionaire inventor Tony Stark faces pressure from the government, the press, and the public to share his technology with the military. Unwilling to let go of his invention, Stark, with Pepper Potts and James Rhodey Rhodes at his side, must forge new alliances and confront powerful enemies. I don't know what new alliances he forged in this movie. As an Iron Man stan, I 100% am on Tony's side in this movie. The decision to keep the Iron Man technology out of the military's hands is a correct one. Of course, his acting up there at his C-SPAN hearing or whatever it is, not the greatest look for our guy, Tony. But I 100% agree that technology should stay out of the military's hands. But of course, that also means, who is he to be the one man responsible for it all? I guess if you're the inventor of it, you get to make that call. This is as close as Disney would let director Jon Favreau get to the most famous Iron Man. The most famous Iron Man story there is, The Demon in the Bottle, where his number one villain is not just someone he can punch and smash around. It is alcoholism. Tony Stark is an alcoholic, or at this point in his career, I guess, recovering alcoholic, to the point where, he was down bad, so bad because, stressful ass job. One would think he would be guzzling a good bit of booze. Down bad to the point where Rhodey had to take over the Iron Man moniker in the comics for quite some time. That happened back in the 80s. And it's such a good, powerful storyline. It's still what a lot of people remember today about Tony Stark. They kind of put a bend on it here with the palladium that powers the Iron Man suit being what's killing him, and he's kind of on a reckless downward spiral, knowing that his time is finite on this earth. We get a little bit of development. That's the word I couldn't think of. With Pepper Potts, she comes to the forefront a little bit more as the emerging CEO of Stark Industries. We get our first introduction, man, to Black Widow. I do believe this is the Iron Man. Iron Man 2. Yeah, this is the first new Avenger that is introduced in the MCU, man. So we get to see Scarlett Johansson doing her thing. Great action scenes all around. We get Rhodey and the War Machine. Finally, we get a new James Rhodes, Terrence Howard out, Don Cheadle in. A wonderful casting choice because Don Cheadle has been killing it ever since as Rhodey Rhodes. We get a little bit of Phil Coulson, Nick Fury in there. That's when things are very slowly starting to come together in Iron Man 2. They're starting to figure out the formula a little bit, and we see that all throughout this movie. A great third act with all the suits. Justin Hammer as one of the better villains. Mickey Rourke as Whiplash, not one of the better villains. But again, man, Tony Stark's story is all about past decisions coming back to haunt him. That's a couple of storylines here in the MCU. But here for Iron Man 2, man, I enjoy watching this movie, man. And hopefully you do too. So that is it for today's jump. We'll be back in 24 hours. Keeping the Nerdy for 30 train right on rolling. Paprika.